Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. This is the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show, and we're going to do a little bit different kind of open than we normally do here at this hour, which is hour number 2 of our show. And the reason we're doing it is because my computer blew up. It blew up between the hotel and here this morning because this morning at the hotel, I get on a public internet, moron that I am, and it went, so we couldn't get anything working. Thank God for David because he's managed to put some Band-Aids on certain things and we're able to.
Yeah, we patch it together. That's what David's
Mars.
good at.
He is good at that.
He's good.
In fixing stuff.
Now that we've got that disclaimer out of the way, I can tell you that I'd like to welcome you to Hewlett Park in Granbury, Texas, and the Lone Star Street Rod Association's 49th annual State Run. This is the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show, and just ahead, we got more attendees from this weekend's big show here.
Big.
Plus, our regular features, including new car reviews, Jeff's weekly unique feature, upcoming events, racing calendar, auto history, all on today's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. We are streaming, we are live broadcasting, we are podcasting, and, we may be doing that too, never mind.
We're awake.
We're awake. That's a miracle in itself. But along with Mike Out of This World Mars, we always need more Jeff Zekin, Chief Engineer and Bottle Washer, David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong today only. So thank you for joining us today, and Mr. Mars has our next guest.
And I'm really happy to introduce this next guest because a couple of times we've been to several different museums, and twice we've been to the Roadside America Museum in Hillsboro.
And that's quite a museum.
Yes, it is.
And it's a museum of everything that he likes.
Well, it is. It just, there's so much in there, and it's really great that the owner, the guy that gives us the tours, Mr. Carroll Estes, is here with us, and his 1968 C10 truck sitting over here.
We'll get a shot here in just a minute.
Morning.
Okay.
Morning. Now, Hillsboro's not very far away.
No, it's about an hour drive, hour 15.
It's not too bad. So your truck. Tell us about your truck.
Well, it's a 68 Chevrolet C10 pickup, short bed. I bought it as is about 6 years ago in Ohio.
I was waiting for you to say, "Yeah, I bought it out of the car lot."
I wish. I love those stories, though.
Yeah.
No, that was
Where did you buy it?
In Ohio.
Would you find it online?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Like our last guest, did you happen to find it off of eBay? Did you?
Oh gosh, you're gonna ask me that. I mean, I don't have memory the last 6 years. It was on one of those Facebook
Marketplace
sites.
Yeah.
I believe
I don't
it was,
remember
yeah.
what happened yesterday.
I know.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So I've got somebody that can relate to. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about the truck.
Oh yeah, like I said, it's been totally frame off, rotisserie.
Did you do that, have that done, or did you buy it that way?
No, I bought it as is.
Yeah.
That
seems to be the trend. When we get to our age, we've done all the work in all the years past.
I'm retired from the restoration business. I did that for a
Oh,
living
you
for
are.
years. I used to build them for a living, build them for myself. But like I said, I'm to the age now that I'd rather just buy them as is and let somebody else do all that work.
Enjoy driving it.
Right on, spot on.
Yes,
Yeah.
And I've been around cars enough, so I know how to look at them and how to choose. I've been very lucky
So this has
finding
been a
good quality
rotisserie
cars.
truck.
Yes. Got a 5.3 LS in it, and 4L60 automatic, vintage air, lots of goodies on it.
Yeah. So, is it a driver or do you trailer it?
Oh no, it's a driver.
Good.
Yeah.
Glad to hear you say that.
It sounds very healthy whenever you crank it up.
Well, it was until this morning, running real good. It's been a little issue this morning, kind of like your computer, I think.
Really? What happened to it?
I don't know. It just started running real rough a while ago. So.
I thought that was the cam.
No, I think it's more just running rough.
Is it an ejected car or is it a carburetor?
Yeah.
It's ejected.
It's LS.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was running perfect yesterday. Cranked it up this morning. Like I said, kind of like your computer. It just went overnight.
Oh
boy.
Yeah.
So you haven't disconnected the battery and let it relearn itself.
Nah, I haven't done that.
Yeah.
I may try that.
Yeah. Just a thought.
They try that. But anyway, it's a nice truck.
How long have you been a
Other than
member of
that.
the Lone Star Street Rod Association?
Since its inception, pretty much. 1974, I joined, I believe it was.
Really?
Yeah.
So you've always been a street rodder.
Oh, yeah, all my life. I've always been into cars for many years. All my life is many years.
So did you start off at a dealership somewhere? Or?
No, just kind of opened my own shop in '81, I believe it was, and had an auto body shop and restored classic cars and built street rods for years. Did collision work too for the.
So what led you
Quick Track.
into that? I mean, is it something you pick up in high school, family?
Just always been a hobby turned into a business, you know.
Well, those are the
pretty
best
much.
kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the business is not a hobby anymore, you know.
Well, that's
Yeah,
true.
it's when it turns into work.
It
Didn't
becomes
work.
fun and then
So-
not fun.
So now that I've closed, I've been retired for many years. I closed my shop in '94.
Oh wow.
So I've been retired for
And
probably
you
30
just
years.
so now you just run the museum.
Run the museum and buy cars already finished, like I said. So,
There you go.
For the
Well, yeah.
museum, of course.
Yeah, well,
see
they're my personal cars, but they're part of the
I see that we
museum,
have
yeah.
some mutual friends.
Who's that?
Those boys down there at the Hot Rod Tour of Texas.
Oh yeah, Stephen Brandlett. Oh yeah.
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 All those boys.
Yeah.
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 Because I know that
They're,
we've
they're a good bunch.
Yeah, we've been up there to see your place a couple of times.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of fun. Now, do you actually go on the tour?
The hot rod tour.
Oh, the hot rod tour too. That's not Stephen. That's
Bobby Sparkman.
Bobby Sparkman.
Jeremy.
I got my events mixed up. No, the problem with that is I'd love to go on that, but it's the same weekend as the paint swap meet,
Oh.
and I've been going to the paint swap meet since the mid '70s, and I just can't get out of
Yeah.
that.
Now,
it's another monster
Isn't
event.
that up by Tyler somewhere?
The paint.
Yeah.
It's at TMS, Texas
Oh,
Motor
yeah, it's
Speedway.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But I've been going to it so many years. I just can't get out of the habit, I guess.
Well, do you go up there to buy, sell, look, enjoy the atmosphere, if you want to call it that?
Try to sell. Usually buy more than I sell.
Yeah.
Look, hang
Well, what
out,
do you sell?
drink too much, whatever, you know.
Stuff from the museum that you put on display?
No, just anything. I used to deal a lot in advertising memorabilia, but that stuff got so hard to find, and you can't find anything you can flip. It's just things I come up with through the year. Car parts a lot in the last couple of years.
So if you see something that you think you can make some money off of, you'll buy it.
Yeah,
If the price is right.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure that you're not by yourself at that particular event. I've
No.
not been there, but I've
No.
seen pictures of it. And I know people that have been, well, you have, and they speak very highly of it. It's lots of fun to go to, even if you don't buy anything.
Yeah.
Or maybe have Bobby make it a stop next year.
It's pretty. It's a
Yeah,
huge
yeah.
event. It's massive.
I went twice. Pre-COVID, I went twice, and he's right. I mean, it takes up one whole section of the parking lot for the Speedway, and you can't walk it in 2 days.
Wow.
They can rent little carts to get around if you really want to see all of it, and that doesn't count the car corral. It's over only
Right.
across the highway,
Right. Well, it's
or
right
across the
across
parking lot.
yeah, next to the stadium.
Well, you can take your Rollator, Mars, and get over there.
Yeah. Or put a motor on my wheelchair.
Yeah.
Well, I take my
Hover round.
I take my 3-wheel scooter, get around.
There you go.
buggy, so
If you want to cover any ground,
there's no way I'd walk the whole thing.
no, not anymore. And it was, like I say, it's probably been 7 years since I was there.
Yeah.
Maybe longer.
Have you been coming to this event every year?
Since '74.
Yep.
Now I missed a few when they had it down in Fredericksburg. I skipped a few of those, but for the most part, I've been to all of them here, and went to all of them in Waco.
Well, the Hot Rod Tour, stopped up in Fredericksburg this year.
Right.
And, boy, has that place changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's become so commercial
Yeah,
now.
it's touristy.
Yeah,
really.
very touristy.
Yeah, the Hot Rod Tour came by my place 2 years in a row.
Yes.
And I was their final stop last year, their finale stop, and that was a lot of fun having
Yes.
them there.
Yeah, and the town where you are is a cute little town that everybody should see.
Yeah. Right.
It's a great little stop.
Yeah, Hillsboro. Yeah, it's got.
How did you wind up in Hillsboro?
Well, I lived in a little town up South Dallas County, and a town just outgrew me years ago. And I always wanted to live in a small town in an old building in a downtown area. And
Do you live in the museum?
Yes, yeah. I got living quarters in the museum, and
That's pretty cool.
It's an old Ford dealership.
Yeah.
Building was built about 1910. Near as I've been able to determine. And yes, and where the offices were and all, I built in living quarters in there, and I live right there on the grounds and just open up when anybody calls and wants to tour. I open up and give a tour.
You can go out there and see Bob's Big Boy anytime you want.
Right.
So you're here right now. Who's minding the store while you're?
I've got a friend of mine, Vicky, and a friend of mine who's kind of my volunteer tour guide when I'm out of town. So
Yeah.
that
Caretaker
helps,
type
that helps
for the
helps
business.
out
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah. And tours come and go.
What kind of music do you like?
What kind of music?
Yeah, what kind of music do you like?
Oldies. What else?
Oldies?
Is there anything else?
Well, country oldies.
Well, yeah, I love classic country too. Sure, yeah, anything in the 50s and 60s, 50s.
Who's got that noisy microphone, David? Is all of us, or is it me? It's everybody.
Wind.
Okay, sorry about that.
Cut it, but it didn't help.
No,
I'll go.
no, you're fine. I know.
It
Dave's got it. We got windsocks on them and everything, but we have no complaints whatsoever
No.
about the wonderful breeze that we have here today.
Nice breeze.
Yeah,
Nice
exactly.
Breeze.
So you know, do you know most of these guys here at the Lone Star Street Rod Association?
I know most of the old guys. Yeah, they've been around.
You were going to say
forever.
old goats?
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to
Yeah.
say?
And I was in line in the registration yesterday, standing there and looked around. And asked somebody, "What do you think the average age is in this building here?"
Yeah.
It's getting older every year.
Yeah.
So I'm a little concerned about where the sport's headed in the future for that reason.
Well, yeah, there is that. However, you stop and think about it. Who was it that started this? And that was our dads mainly.
Right.
After World War II, the whole drag racing thing, and all of that has changed and continues to evolve. Who's going to know what's going to happen to all of this?
Yeah.
I mean, I have two daughters, and neither one of them are interested in cars, clearly. And so, what's going to happen? I don't know.
Well, kids nowadays they like the new Mustangs and Jeeps and BMWs and that sort of thing. That they don't really care much.
Maybe
about
they will
these
have
old
their own
cars.
classic BMWs and Jeeps and that sort of
I
thing in the
guess.
future. I don't know.
Well, you look at it, and you got the JDM clubs, the Japanese domestic markets, manufacturers, all that. That's a different segment of the auto.
Yeah.
But nothing like this.
No.
Oh, this.
But when we were in
they're
high school,
replicated.
these were in the junkyard,
Yeah.
Right.
and all we wanted was the new stuff that Ford and Chevy and Dodge had to offer.
Yeah.
That was the 60s and 70s, 50s.
Well, mainly the 60s,
And you look
as
behind
opposed
you.
to Mom's Buick Skylark,
Right.
where they had no power whatsoever. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here in the next few years as
Yes.
we continually die off.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm sure that there are some cars here today that were purchased out of some estate sale somewhere. You know that. Yeah.
And
Not
there-
that that's a bad thing because it keeps the hobby going.
some of the offspring of some of the old hot rodders are taking up the sport in the old traditional way, but I don't think there's enough to maintain this level of participation
No.
10, 12, 15 years from now.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's a sad thing, and it's a worry, and we all continue to try to entice our children, our grandchildren, to get in the sport. Some are.
Yeah.
Some are going into the automotive field, but automotive today, dealerships, they've all changed. I mean, you don't have the big Sun tune-up machine sitting over
Right.
in a two-bay stall somewhere.
You got a laptop and
Exactly.
computer.
Yeah, you plug it in while you're sitting in the car, in the air conditioning.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, let's face it. If it weren't for that, the sport of it as it is today wouldn't be what it is today. How many LS engines are there out there that are tuned by a computer?
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with it. As a matter of fact, I encourage it because that carburetor hell that we used to go through. God, you see a car with a carburetor on it now, and you see some guy out there going,
Yeah.
trying to unstick those floats. Oh yeah, all of that stuff.
Poor
I did talk to Rick for a little while yesterday, Rick Neely, and they are going to go to a 30-year rolling. You know, everybody's got pre-49, pre-50, whatever. Like Woody went up to 2004 now, but they're going to go with Lone Star is going to go to a rolling 30 calendar. So trying to get more younger people engaged into the sport and get them active and coming out here. So you're going to see some later model vehicles.
Well, my Corvette is 23 years old.
Well,
and you're not.
In 7 years. And 7 years from now,
it'll be eligible.
Yeah.
You'll be able to drive it and enter it.
Can you handle the show today? I got to get my knee fixed.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it used to be
Your clutch
pre-49.
knee.
Right.
Clutch knee.
Everything's pre-49, NSRA, Lone Star, all of them.
But a lot of
to encourage more participation and to hopefully keep the sport viable.
Well, at least
they're raising the age.
Well, it's not on life support.
Going to roll again. He's going to roll again.
Uh-oh.
He's going to run over himself with it.
Uh-oh.
God dang it.
Well, that's interesting. So cars rolling.
We got to run away.
A roll away. Yeah, exactly.
Well, he just uncovered it. Maybe it was.
I'm glad they caught it before it
Went across the parking lot.
Nobody was
Or
parked
smacked
there.
into something.
No,
Yeah,
I don't believe
like
I've
where
ever
your
seen-
truck
My
was parked
Yeah.
just a few minutes ago.
You ever
Yeah,
seen
no kidding.
a chrome tailgate before?
No, I haven't.
I'm not either.
On a
This car-
semi truck.
What?
Yeah. the way the lights are and stuff.
Okay.
Okay, Jeff.
That was a stretch for me.
Don't
the
get
doors
out
are
in the sun anymore today, Jeff.
I have seen it.
Yeah, that was,
Most definitely.
well.
And anyway, it's great to see you. You know, it's great to finally meet you.
Yes, I
We've
thought it
been
was
to your
great.
place, but you were busy with other people, I
Well,
guess.
by Zoom and stuff. We made
Yeah,
2 trips up there.
he
Don's
did
been there.
He did the Zoom thing, which I knew nothing about.
Yep.
Y'all walked me
Worked
through
great.
that. I didn't know what I was doing.
No, but that was clear. But guess what? We don't know what we're doing either. If it weren't for this guy back
there
here,
you
we'd be
go.
lost.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun.
But anyway, Carroll, it's good to see you.
Good to see y'all.
Yeah,
And
thank
it's
you.
the Roadside America Museum in Hillsboro.
Hillsboro, Texas.
Texas.
It's one of those cities that you have to go to.
Right downtown Hillsboro.
Yeah.
The old Ford dealership.
And I imagine you ask anybody in Hillsboro where the Roadside Museum is, they all know.
I don't know if they do or not.
Oh, yeah, they
Yeah.
do. You're on the main drag. They got to.
I'm not sure most people in Hillsboro even know it's there. I get more foreign visitors lately than I do
You
people
know, it's funny
from
you should
Texas.
say that because one of the guys that I was talking to just happened to be on the street. I parked the car, and he was looking at the cars and everything, and he says, "That's your car?" I said, "Yeah." So we start talking about that. He says, "Well, my wife and I just moved here. I guess it was from, I don't know, Dallas or Fort Worth, one or the other. We retired here." And they were clearly a lot younger than we are.
Yeah.
And and he said, listen, we come down here quite frequently to visit. We decided, you know what, we like it so much here, this is where we retired to. So I would imagine that you've got quite a few people like that. Kind of like here in Granbury. You know, we have not been coming here that often.
Right.
We've been here for the past 4 or 5 years, Mars, however long it's been here in Granbury. And during that period of time, we've seen that grow.
Yes.
Coming into town now, the city marker is further out, and there's more businesses out toward that city marker these days coming into town. This place has exploded,
Yes, it
and
is.
more people know about it. It's really a unique place here in North Texas.
In Granbury, we're very appreciative of the city of Granbury. Really appreciates Lone Star Street Ride coming here.
And yeah,
too.
it's a good marriage.
They support us.
Wholehearted.
I say us because I'm a member of it.
Right,
Sure.
right.
They support the organization and very well.
And then you-
unlike another one or consider,
And then
I
you
won't
ha-
mention where.
Then you
but,
have these people that troll the parking lot. Creepers,
Yeah.
right there. That right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there goes one now.
Yeah,
That's him.
That's a creeper, all right.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
next year is the 50th.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're already making big plans.
Well,
for
we're
next
hoping
year.
to be back.
Big plans.
I was
big, big.
thinking this should be the 50th because I went on in '74, but I think they skipped a year
I think
during that COVID nonsense.
I think
probably
there was
COVID,
a reason.
yeah.
I think, but next year they're already planning the 50. So
50th.
next year is definitely 50.
Yeah.
Time for us to take a quick
Cool.
break here on the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Thank you again, sir.
Enjoyed
we
it, guys.
appreciate it. We did too. We'll be back right after this break.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000 square foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In-Wheel Time and the original Lupi Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we had thought we were going to do a switcheroo, but we're not going to do a switcheroo because we're unable to do that. So we've had a computer. Never mind. Just never mind. Just listen. We've had a computer meltdown here this morning. But we've managed to work around it, and so it's a different kind of thing. But we're doing fine.
Okay.
So now it is time for Jeffrey's feature.
Yeah.
Which is.
I'll talk slow. 10 car habits that make you look like an idiot on the road.
Oh, on the road. Okay.
On the road.
All right, yep.
So the first one is, everybody sees them, especially at night, the blinding headlights. Installing excessively bright headlights can blind other drivers and create hazardous conditions.
Now, I can relate to that. I installed some blindingly bright headlights.
Well, there's headlights that are bright, exactly, and you can adjust them. While you might think that brighter lights improve visibility, they can impair vision of the oncoming traffic, which is the result. This increases the risk of accidents. Consider using headlights that comply with safety regulations and prioritize the well-being of all road users.
There you go.
External speakers, when you hear it blasting down the road. Music from external speakers in your car can disturb the peace and annoy other drivers.
And get yourself a ticket.
Yep, it creates negative impressions and considerations for others. While you might enjoy sharing your music, Mike, all that stuff you listen to, it's crucial to respect everybody.
That's that rap stuff that he likes.
Yeah. Tinted license plate covers. Why? I don't know. But using tinted covers on your license plate to obscure them raises suspicion, David. It can draw unwanted attention from law enforcement and other drivers. While you might believe it enhances the aesthetics and appeal of your vehicle, tinted covers can hinder the identification of your car. And they're just going to pop you, is what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Parking considerations. Practice considerate parking habits, such as leaving adequate space between the vehicles. It promotes the convenience and safety of all drivers. That in mind, avoiding tight parking spots and allowing room for maneuvering risks the damage of neighboring vehicles. So be careful. It minimizes inconvenience for the fellow motorists. Respecting parking lot etiquette fosters stress-free parking environment for everyone. It really does. Too much honking. Using your horn for emergencies. I'm guilty of this. Not to express frustration or impatience fosters a safer and more respectful driving environment. Reserving horn usage for critical situations enhances communication between drivers and reduces the likelihood of road rage incidents caused by unnecessary honking.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Is you're less likely to get shot if you don't go honking at people.
Well, with that in mind, you got aggressive hand gestures. Displaying aggressive hand gestures through stickers, decals.
Wait a minute, like the middle finger?
Or the rest of them, yeah. While it seems a way to assist dominance, it often creates tension. So don't do that.
Well, I got the habit from you.
Oh, I know.
Well, I will tell
honk
you,
a lot.
the first thing you got to do before you do that is look and see who's in the other car. See
Yeah.
how big they are and
Yeah.
how fast they are.
Uh-huh. And see
Yeah.
whether or not they're got a gun.
Thunderous exhaust systems. Upgrading your exhaust systems to produce thunderous engine noises. That's all good for all you Tesla owners out there. It may be impressive. However, it signals to other drivers that you prioritize noise and attention getting over anything else. Neglecting your turn signals again, David. Forgetting to use your turn signals is not just a matter of forgetfulness. It can communicate to others that you do not prioritize their safety and respect the traffic laws.
In other words, you're an ass.
There you go. Tailgating. Driving too closely.
Can I interrupt just for a
Yeah,
second?
yeah.
Ma'am, I really do like your pants, and I want a pair just like those. I think I'd look really good in those. So, sorry.
Particularly with the red pumps. Kind of highlight it.
Christy Edelbrock, perfect.
From the Edelbrock Racing.
There you
well,
go.
we love it, and we need to sell those.
And the last one I have is wearing checkered, striped, and plaid pants while you're at a car show.
Well, it's
just
not
kidding.
plaid. Those are checkered.
All of it. So there you go. Don't be an idiot. Respect other drivers. Common sense while you're driving.
The Edelbrock family.
I'll be darned.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
All right.
Where are we at?
David's gotten all excited over here because I think he's got part of my computer working again.
Uh-oh.
Did you find it? Did you find it in there?
Did you find it?
It's on there? Okay, well, thank you, David. We'll
where am I at?
We'll discuss this insider stuff later when we're not on the air, if that's okay.
Discuss it
with
at
you.
lunch.
Okay. Well, guess what? It's time now for a quick break because
Okay.
we're halfway through the show,
Okay.
which is a miracle that we've even made it on the air.
We're halfway
Because-
through this hour.
Pardon me?
Halfway through the hour.
No, we're halfway through the show.
Well, and the hour, too. Yeah. 6 to
Come
1.
see, come saw.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Okay. The N-Wheel Time. The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is going to continue right after this quick break.
Everyone at the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, thank you for participating in the best cruise in around and look forward to seeing you again. You'll hear about the next cruise in date right here on N-Wheel Time. Next time you're in the West Houston Energy Corridor area, be sure and stop in at the original Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex at I-10 and Highway 6 or the Katy location on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard. When passing through Beaumont or College Station, stop in and have Lupi's award-winning beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. There's always a celebration at Lupi Tortilla. Lupi Tortilla founder Stan Holt and his wife Sheila are winning racers on the NHRA drag racing circuit and have a collection of hot rods and classics that everyone appreciates. Look for them at the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In. The date will be announced soon and will once again be held at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex on 99 and Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 and Katy. We'll give you all the details right here on the N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show and online. Donations benefit God's Garage. We'll see you then. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. That's it for this podcast episode of the In-Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.